Keegan.
And I'm Darren.
And welcome to Car Combine.
We currently have a website under development.
We'll have more news regarding that in the future. But in the meantime, let's check out this 2021 Corvette C8. So back in 2019 when Corvette released the C8, this became one of the most anticipated cars on the market. These cars are going for well over $30,000 over their original MSRP. So why was the C8 so anticipated? Well, this is a mid-engine car. It's their first attempt at attacking the European supercar market. So let's talk numbers. That's right, it's a mid-engine Corvette. This car pushes out 495 horsepower and 470 Nm of torque. So this specific car is finished in Accelerate Yellow Metallic, and it has a Z51 and 3LT package. Now, with the Z51 package, you get a lot of performance upgrades. Like there's bigger radiators at the front to pull in more air, you get the wing, you get a different diffuser, different front splitter, and there's a couple more things. But the 3LT package is more focused on comfort on the interior. You get different stitching, different leather, you get cooled seats, but this car has all the options you can think of. Now, the overall design of this car is very European-esque, even though it is a Corvette. Now, because it's a mid-engine, they had to completely switch the design from the previous front-engine Corvettes. It's very performance-focused, it's sharp, it's edgy, it's a very great-looking car. It also has a removable hardtop, which stows away in the back. Now, the C8 is pretty practical, even though it's focused on performance. It's got a front trunk, and you can fit a set of golf clubs in the back. Now, looking at the rear of the car, this rear diffuser is super sharp and edgy, and that comes with the Z51 package, but also with that package is an upgraded sport exhaust. This car sounds mean and throaty. Take a listen at this V8. All right, so let's take a listen. Now, similar to a lot of European auto manufacturers, this car has a rear glass, which allows you to see the engine from the road. But this car, inside the engine, also has the engine appearance package, which has carbon fiber all around here, LED lights, and it has the optional red engine cover.
Moving into the interior, you see that there are no visible door handles. Instead, you put your hand right underneath here and pop the door open. As this is a driver-focused car, you see that the infotainment system and the center console are all pointed toward the driver, giving you that vibe of a race car.
Now, as we talked about earlier, this C8 is fitted with a 3LT package. Now, the 3LT package kind of adds more interior comfort features, but it's got these GT2 carbon bucket seats, which actually come standard on the 2LT, but the 3LT has it, of course, as well. It's got custom stitching, it's got Alcantara everywhere, nice new leather. It really is a comfortable car, but it still has that driver-focused experience. You know, these Italian or European automotive manufacturers really blend comfort and performance, and the C8 does it just as well as they do.
As you may have noticed, the red stitching matches the seatbelts, which also matches the brake calipers. Although it does cost extra to color match the three components of this car, I think it looks amazing.
The overall spec of this car with the yellow and the red contrasting on the black looks amazing. We think the owner really killed it with the design.
The GT2 bucket seats really bolster you into place, and it feels like it's kind of like hugging you when you're turning those tight corners. The seating position of this car is really amazing. It feels like I'm right in the center of the car and I'm ready for the tracks.
So, now that we've had a brief overview of the 2021 Corvette C8, let's take it for a drive. But first, it's a beautiful day. I've got my Hawaiian Dad Corvette shirt. Let's take off the roof. So, it's a pretty easy process. You unclip both sides. And then you unclip the middle part. Now, Darren, kind of help me out.
You just lift it?
You just lift it off. Simple as that.
Yeah, wait, no.
You just kind of slip it back. And now you open the rear, and you just kind of slide it in. So now the roof's secured in. Let's go take it for a spin. So here we are, inside the Corvette C8. So we're gonna take this for a little fun drive. You know, a light-spirited, nice drive.
Break it in.
Yeah, we'll break it in. No, I'm just kidding. Not our car.
It never is. So growing up, I was never a car person, right? And so I always looked at Corvette as kind of a low class of sports cars, right? I never really thought they were like luxurious and stuff, but the C8 has definitely like blown out of the park, in my opinion.
The quality of materials, the leather, the feel of the paddles, the buttons, everything, it just feels like solid. Like it feels like a nice, high quality car. You know, a lot of issues with these American car makers is that everything is flimsy, nothing is built well, but this is a very well built quality car. It's solid. It doesn't feel like it's fragile. Like
Exactly.
It feels like you can actually use it how it's meant to be used and not have to worry in the long run. Even the window switches, everything. This car is super high quality. It's
Exactly.
not what you expect from a GM. never mind, like, it's just, it
Like-
blows me out of the park.
Like
that-
I know, like as I always say this every video. I know nothing about cars, right? You could slap a Ferrari logo on this, and I'll believe it's a Ferrari.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
how good of a car it is. Like, I'm really impressed by this.
All right, so we're out of the gravel patch in the parking lot, and it's time to actually hit the road. So right now we are in touring mode. We're gonna start in that mode and kind of see how it builds up. So
I'm guessing that's casual.
yeah, exactly. So in touring mode, the steering isn't as tight. The suspension is very soft. The exhaust is a bit quieter. Like, it's your normal everyday comfort driving mode. Then you switch it to sport mode. You can hear the exhaust open up a little bit. The dash changes. It tightens up a little bit, the steering, suspension, everything. And then, of course, you have track mode. The dash completely changes. It only shows you it shows your gear, your speed, like only your main track necessities.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can hear the exhaust open up. The suspension tightens up. It's just, and this car around any track is going to be quite a beast because it's super light. Though it does have low horsepower, it still goes 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. Some people are testing it at 2.6, which for a 495 horsepower GM vehicle makes no sense. For the money, I truly believe you can't buy a better sports car. You cannot buy a better sports car, even though sure these are going for $30,000 over MSRP.
It's still worth it.
I still think this is worth every single penny, and you can't buy a better car for the money. It's unbelievable. Again, the build quality, the performance, the looks. This looks like a European car. Again, as Darren said, coming from a non-car person, he said you can slap a Ferrari badge and he would think it's a Ferrari. This car blew me out of the water. Like, the power is there. Like, we didn't really do any here. I'll drop it.
I love the sound. The sound.
It sounds like a flat playing crank V8, even though it's not. It's got that. Yeah, that's the cool part. Now, a lot of these European auto manufacturers, they sound like they're very whiny or high pitch. This looks like a European car, but has that throaty punch to it.
Exactly.
Like, it's just, this car is amazing, and I'm really impressed with the way GM built it. And, you know, I really want to test a bit of the cornering just to see how well this holds. I'm not going to go too crazy, but give it a bit of an acceleration here. Like, it's just, the power is there.
My God.
They're really trying to revive the Corvette name, and it's cool. It's a mid-engine car. It's the first car that really, American muscle car, I feel like, that really directly competes with cars like the Ferrari mid-engine lineup or the Lamborghini V10 model. A car with a performance like those cars, except it's a fraction of the price.
Do you have any complaints of the car, or like anything you would like touch up?
You know, this is our friend's car, so I can say whatever I want, not have to worry about what the manufacturer thinks. I genuinely can't say anything bad about it. Like,
Exactly.
I think they truly knocked it out of the park with this car. Even the infotainment system is buttery smooth. The transmission is beautiful. It sounds amazing. It looks amazing. It performs amazing. Every single box they ticked. And we got a convertible. It's great. Wow. What an unbelievable car. And I've driven a lot of cars. Think about it. Ferraris,
Yeah, exactly.
Lamborghinis, Audi R8s. And this car impresses me. I think especially because it has that GM name. But regardless, it's such a fun car to drive. And it's just, it doesn't feel fragile. I feel like I can beat the crap out of it and not have to worry about it.
Even though we would never
Even
do
though,
that.
of course, it's not my car. I wouldn't.
Usually you don't hear the term like American engineering, right? It's usually
Yeah,
like German
German
engineering.
engineering, yeah.
But like the American engineers just kicked this out of the park.
They killed it.
Like, oh my God.
Now, one thing too, so this car has a pretty intuitive front lift system. So it actually can save I think it's around 1,000 destinations. So when you go there, it'll automatically lift the front lift once you have it saved into the computer system. And it lifts 3 inches in 3 seconds. So it's super fast. And I think it's cool. Like, all the technology in this car is amazing. Like, they're setting the bar higher than the European auto manufacturers, yet they're a fraction of the cost, and it's just super intuitive. It's got a great telemetry system, so it can record your whole track day with the cameras that are built in, as long as you put an SD card in. So you can get all your track times, your power, your Gs, everything. This car would be great around a track, and we actually are going to a track day soon, so hopefully I can drive one of these around.
Vlog coming up.
Yeah, vlog coming up for a track day, be ready. But I'm hoping I get to maybe take any of these cars out on the track, especially the C8, because I'm genuinely blown away. Like, what an amazing car to drive. So there we have it, our review on the 2021 Corvette C8. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe,
all that stuff.
And
follow our socials.
Yeah, follow our Instagram and Facebook at Car Combine. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you want to see next. Bye.